Storytime You won't stop my ride, you don't get paid. This happened a couple of years ago and is slightly my fault, but still an okay story. I, am 26, was on the way with my GF and roommate to a friend's house a couple of towns over. We decided to take a taxi instead of public transit since we were 3 people and wanted to get there a little faster. In my country there's a main taxi app that people use, but a lot of drivers also circle around in urban areas looking for people to pick up. I ordered a taxi from the app and we waited outside. As it said our taxi was pulling up on the app, I see a taxi roll onto my street, hail him down thinking it's ours and we get in and pull off. Well, that was not our taxi. I get a call 2 minutes later from my actual driver saying he's outside. I tell him, hey, I got in the wrong cab by accident but we're already on the highway so I'll cancel the ride. Canceling the ride last minute incurs a charge on my card but I made a mistake so I didn't feel bad paying it to make amends and that way the driver still gets a little money. This is the part where things take a turn. In the time it took me to explain what happened and get back on the app, maybe 30 seconds, he had started our ride. The issue with starting the ride is that once it starts you can't cancel. However, it's also against the rules for a driver to mark that a customer is in the car when they aren't. So I call back and tell him he now needs to cancel since I'm technically in his car and the app won't allow me to cancel the ride. The entire time this is happening my phone is recording the conversation. One-way recordings are legal in my country. He says no and that he's gonna ride around racking up money on my account. This is where I get my slight revenge. I remember I had a card saved to the app years ago that was expired. I quickly switched that to my primary card knowing it couldn't be charged. Payment not going through, check. I also noticed this guy is taking a longer route towards my friend's house that we are also on the way to, so right when he turns on the highway, I can see his live location. I changed the address back to my home, which he has to oblige, essentially fucking up his opportunity to pick up anyone else for the next 10 minutes. Then as he gets back to my house I see the ride ends and the charge is 2 times higher than it would have been regularly even with his driving around. There's an option for drivers to change the final price in the case an agreement is made with the customer beforehand. So what does he do? It tries to charge and, nothing. The app automatically locks my account as is the protocol for people not paying. I quickly start messaging their service team, send them the recording of him saying he's gonna rack up charges on my account, and the screenshot of his route and the price he changed. They instantly unblocked my account, gave me credit, even though there was no charge, and I was still able to give him 1 star, significantly lowering his rating. Once you fall below a 4-star rating on this app, you get banned as a driver. So in the end for his pettiness, I got credit and he got fucked with no money going into his account, his rating dropping, and his way of picking up anyone else essentially blocked for a good half hour of the day. TLDR, a taxi driver tried to rack up charges on my account and in the end provided his own evidence against his false claims. Has anything similar happened to you? Let me know in the comments.